Do you ever find yourself staring at the seafood counter, wondering if you're truly making the best choice for your health? We often hear how wonderful seafood is for us, full of those amazing omega-3s, great for the heart and mind. But what if I told you that some of the seafood we commonly enjoy, the very ones we think are doing us good, could actually be silently working against our well-being as we get a little older? It's a painful reality that the choices we make, even with seemingly healthy foods, can have unintended consequences, sometimes contributing to fatigue, brain fog, or even more serious issues down the line. It's not always obvious. Is it we rely on our instincts, on what we've always eaten, or what's readily available? But there's a secret to truly benefiting from the ocean's bounty, a way to navigate the waters of seafood choices that can make a real difference to how you feel every single day. In this video, we're going to dive deep into the world of seafood, revealing 4 types you should absolutely think twice about before putting on your plate, and perhaps even more importantly, 4 incredible alternatives that will nourish your body and mind, helping you thrive in your golden years. You might be surprised by some of what we uncover. So, watch to the end for something that will truly surprise you. Let's start by addressing a fish that many of us have enjoyed in fancy restaurants or at special occasions. Often seen as a luxurious choice, but one that carries a hidden risk for those of us over 60: swordfish. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Swordfish. But it's so firm and flavorful. And you're absolutely right. It is delicious. However, the sad truth is that swordfish are large, long-lived predatory fish, and as such, they sit at the very top of the marine food chain. What does that mean for us? Well, it means they accumulate high levels of mercury in their flesh over their long lives. Mercury, a neurotoxin, can be particularly problematic for seniors. Our bodies, as we age, can become more sensitive to its effects, and prolonged exposure, even at what might seem like low levels, can contribute to a range of issues. We're talking about potential impacts on our nervous system, which might show up as memory issues, problems with coordination, or even a general feeling of fatigue that you just can't shake. It can also affect kidney function and our cardiovascular health, areas where we certainly want to be extra careful as we get older. Imagine, you're trying to eat healthy, to get your protein and good fats, but inadvertently, you're introducing something that could be hindering your sharp mind and active body. It's a bit like trying to fill your car with premium fuel, but unknowingly adding a bit of sand to the tank. It might not cause an immediate breakdown, but over time, it's going to wear things down. So, while that swordfish steak might look tempting, for our long-term health and vitality, it's truly one to avoid or, at the very least, consume extremely rarely, perhaps once or twice a year if at all, and certainly not as a regular part of your diet. Now, if swordfish is out, what's a fantastic alternative that gives us all those wonderful benefits without the mercury worries? Let me introduce you to the mighty sardine, and its close cousin, the smaller, wild-caught mackerel. I know. Some of you might be picturing those little fish packed in a tin, maybe with a bit of a strong smell, and thinking, sardines really? But hear me out. These tiny powerhouses are a nutritional goldmine, especially for seniors. Because they are small and have short lifespans, they haven't had the time to accumulate high levels of mercury like their larger predatory counterparts. What they do pack in abundance, however, are those precious omega-3 fatty acids, EPA and DHA, in incredible concentrations. These aren't just buzzwords. These are essential fats that play a crucial role in maintaining heart health, supporting brain function, reducing inflammation throughout the body, and even keeping our joints supple. Think about it: a food that actively works to keep your mind sharp, your heart strong, and your body moving freely. That's a winning combination. Isn't it beyond omega-3s? Sardines are also an excellent source of vitamin D, which is vital for bone health, especially important as we age, and calcium, particularly if you eat the bones, which become soft and easily digestible when canned. They also offer a good amount of protein, vitamin B12 for energy, and selenium, an important antioxidant. The best part? They are incredibly versatile and affordable. You can mash them on whole grain toast with a squeeze of lemon and some avocado for a quick, nutritious lunch. You can toss them into salads, add them to pasta sauces, or even just enjoy them straight from the can. Look for wild-caught varieties packed in olive oil or water for the best quality. Swapping out that mercury-laden swordfish for a regular dose of sardines or smaller mackerel is one of the simplest yet most impactful changes you can make to your diet for sustained energy and clarity of mind. It's like trading in an old, sputtering engine for a brand new, efficient model, all without breaking the bank. This little fish is truly a superfood waiting to be discovered, or rediscovered, by many of us. Moving on. Let's talk about our second potentially problematic seafood choice, one that has become incredibly popular over the years, often appearing on restaurant menus and in supermarket aisles as a healthy option: farmed Atlantic salmon. Now, I can practically hear some of you saying, but salmon is so good for you. And you're right. Salmon can be incredibly beneficial. The key here, however, is the word farmed, and specifically, Atlantic. While wild Atlantic salmon populations are largely depleted, the vast majority of Atlantic salmon you see available is raised in crowded, open-net pens in coastal waters, primarily in countries like Norway, Chile, and Canada. The conditions in these farms are often far from ideal. Imagine thousands of fish crammed together in relatively small enclosures. This density can lead to a host of problems, including the rapid spread of diseases and sea lice. To combat these issues, farmed salmon are often given antibiotics and pesticides, which can then accumulate in their flesh and be passed on to us when we eat them. Beyond that, their diet is vastly different from their wild counterparts. Wild salmon feed on smaller fish and crustaceans, which gives them their vibrant pink color and a rich profile of healthy omega-3 fats. Farmed salmon, on the other hand, are typically fed a highly processed diet of fish meal, fish oil, soy, and grains, often supplemented with artificial pigments to give their flesh that appealing pink hue. This altered diet means that farmed salmon tend to have a different fat profile, more omega-6 fatty acids, which can be pro-inflammatory in excess, and fewer of the beneficial long-chain omega-3s we seek. They can also contain higher levels of PCBs and other contaminants from their feed and environment. So, while you might think you're getting a healthy dose of those good fats, you could be getting a less optimal balance, along with unwanted residues. It's a classic case of quantity over quality, where the pursuit of cheap, readily available salmon has led to a compromise in its nutritional value and overall purity. It's not just about avoiding something bad. It's about choosing something truly good. So, what's our shining alternative to farmed Atlantic salmon? It's the king of the ocean, the truly superior choice, wild Alaskan salmon. When I say wild Alaskan salmon, I'm talking about varieties like sockeye, coho, or pink salmon, caught in the pristine, cold waters of Alaska. There's a world of difference between these majestic fish and their farmed counterparts. And it's a difference that truly matters for your health. Wild Alaskan salmon are exactly that wild. They live their lives swimming freely in the ocean, feeding on natural prey, building strong muscles, and accumulating those beneficial fats naturally. This translates directly to their nutritional profile. They are absolutely packed with the highest quality, most readily available omega-3s EPA and DHA that your body craves for reducing inflammation, supporting brain health, and protecting your cardiovascular system. Their vibrant red-orange color isn't from artificial dyes. It's from the astaxanthin they consume in their natural diet, a powerful antioxidant that offers its own unique health benefits, including skin health and reduced oxidative stress. Furthermore, because they are wild-caught from well-managed fisheries, you avoid the issues of antibiotics, pesticides, and crowded, unclean environments that are often associated with fish farming. Alaska's salmon fisheries are globally recognized as some of the most sustainably managed in the world, meaning you're making an environmentally responsible choice as well, which is something we can all feel good about. Eating wild Alaskan salmon is like choosing the purest, most potent, natural supplement for your heart, your brain, and your overall vitality. It's rich in protein, essential vitamins like D and B12, and minerals like selenium. You can enjoy it grilled, baked, pan-seared, or even flaked into salads, fresh or frozen. Just make sure the label specifically says wild Alaskan salmon. It might cost a little more than the farmed variety, but think of it as an investment in your health, an investment in feeling vibrant and clear-headed. Making this switch means you're truly harnessing the power of the ocean in its purest, most beneficial form. It's an easy, delicious way to elevate your diet and nourish your body from the inside out. Let's shift our focus to another popular seafood, especially in dishes like shrimp scampi or stir-fries imported farmed shrimp. Now, shrimp is incredibly versatile and can be delicious. But like salmon, the devil is often in the details, or rather, in the origin and farming methods. A staggering amount of the shrimp we consume in countries like the UK, the US, and Canada is imported and comes from aquaculture operations in Southeast Asia, particularly countries like Vietnam, Thailand, and Indonesia. While some of these farms are striving for better practices, a significant portion of them operate under less than ideal conditions, raising some serious concerns for our health and the environment. These shrimp farms often involve clear-cutting mangroves, which are vital coastal ecosystems, leading to habitat destruction and increased vulnerability to storms. The ponds themselves can be incredibly crowded, leading to rampant disease. To combat these diseases, many farms routinely use a cocktail of antibiotics, pesticides, and other chemicals. These substances don't just disappear. They can leach into the surrounding environment and, more importantly for us, they can remain in the shrimp we eat. Think about it. You're trying to enjoy a healthy meal, but you could be ingesting residues of antibiotics that contribute to antibiotic resistance, or chemicals that have unknown long-term effects on our bodies. Furthermore, the conditions in some of these farms can be unsanitary, and the processing plants might not adhere to the same stringent hygiene standards we expect. There have been reports of contaminants, even things like salmonella, being found in imported farmed shrimp. It's a classic example of how something seemingly innocuous can carry hidden risks, not just for your immediate health, but for the broader ecological balance as well. When you pick up that bag of frozen shrimp at the supermarket, unless you see clear certifications, it's incredibly difficult to know the journey that shrimp has taken and what it might be bringing to your plate. It's a real shame, because shrimp can be a good source of protein and selenium, but only if sourced responsibly. So, if imported farmed shrimp is largely off the menu, what's a better choice for enjoying these tasty crustaceans? The answer lies in opting for wild-caught shrimp, particularly those from well-managed fisheries, or choosing farmed shrimp that has been certified as sustainable and responsible. Let's talk about wild-caught shrimp first. Look for shrimp labeled as wild-caught, and, if possible, from specific regions known for good practices, such as the Gulf of Mexico, the Pacific Northwest, or the Carolinas in the US. These shrimp often live in their natural habitats, feeding on natural diets, and are less likely to contain the antibiotics and chemicals associated with intensive farming. They tend to have a cleaner, often sweeter flavor, and you can feel good knowing you're supporting sustainable fishing practices. When you choose wild-caught shrimp, you're often getting a product that is higher quality, caught using methods that minimize environmental impact, and handled with care. Now, if wild-caught isn't readily available, or you prefer farmed shrimp for convenience, look for clear certifications. The key here is to look for labels from reputable organizations like the Aquaculture Stewardship Council ASC, Best Aquaculture Practices BAP, or the Marine Stewardship Council MSC for farmed shrimps. These certifications mean that the farm adheres to strict environmental and social standards, including responsible water usage, control of pollution, judicious use of antibiotics, and fair labor practices. Certified farmed shrimp are raised in conditions that are far better than the crowded, uncertified farms we discussed earlier. They often have lower stocking densities, better waste management systems, and their feed is more carefully regulated. This means you're getting a product that is not only safer for you to eat, but also produced in a way that minimizes harm to the planet. Shrimp, when sourced responsibly, is a fantastic addition to your diet. It's low in calories, high in protein, and provides important nutrients like iodine, selenium, and vitamin B12. You can enjoy them grilled, stir-fried, baked, or added to pasta dishes. Making this conscious choice for wild-caught or certified farmed shrimp ensures you're getting all the benefits without the hidden downsides, allowing you to truly savor your meal with peace of mind and contribute to a healthier ocean. Finally, let's consider our fourth seafood to be wary of, one that might not be as common as salmon or shrimp, but still pops up on menus and in fishmonger displays: orange roughy. This fish has a rather alluring name, doesn't it? But its story is far less appealing, both for our health and for the health of the ocean. Orange roughy is a deep-sea fish, typically found in very cold, dark waters. The most striking thing about them is their incredibly long lifespan. These fish can live for an astonishing 150 years, or even longer. Imagine that. A fish that's been swimming in the ocean since before your grandparents were born. While that's fascinating from a biological perspective, it's a huge red flag when it comes to consumption, because they live so long and are top predators in their deep-sea environment. Orange roughy accumulate extremely high levels of mercury, often exceeding safe limits for regular consumption, especially for vulnerable populations like seniors. Much like swordfish, this mercury can contribute to neurological issues, affect cognitive function, and put a strain on your kidneys. Beyond the mercury concern, there's a significant sustainability issue. Because they live so long, they mature very slowly and reproduce infrequently. This makes them incredibly vulnerable to overfishing. Decades of demand for orange roughy have led to drastic declines in their populations, pushing them to the brink of collapse in many areas. When you eat orange roughy, you're not just potentially exposing yourself to high levels of mercury, you're also contributing to the depletion of a species that takes an exceptionally long time to recover, if it ever can. It's a choice that has significant ethical and environmental implications. It's a prime example of how some fish, due to their biology and slow life cycles, are simply not meant to be a regular part of our diet. No matter how appealing they might appear on a menu, Sanso, what's a wonderful, sustainable, and low-mercury alternative to orange roughy? Look no further than wild Pacific cod or haddock. These are fantastic choices that offer all the benefits of a lean, white fish without any of the environmental or health baggage. Wild Pacific cod, found in the vast waters of the North Pacific, and haddock, primarily from the North Atlantic, are both considered highly sustainable choices. Their populations are generally healthy, and the fisheries that catch them are often well managed, using methods that minimize impact on the ocean ecosystem. From a nutritional standpoint, cod and haddock are excellent sources of lean protein, which is so crucial for maintaining muscle mass as we age. We know how important strong muscles are for mobility, balance, and overall vitality, don't we? They're also very low in calories and fat, making them a great option if you're looking to manage your weight or increase your protein intake without adding excess fat. More importantly, because they are smaller, shorter-lived fish, they have very low levels of mercury, making them a safe and healthy choice to enjoy regularly. Beyond protein, cod and haddock provide important vitamins and minerals like vitamin B12, selenium, and phosphorus, all of which contribute to your overall health and well-being. They have a mild, flaky texture and a delicate flavor that makes them incredibly versatile in the kitchen. You can bake them, grill them, pan-fry them, or even use them in soups and stews. They absorb flavors beautifully, so they're easy to incorporate into a wide variety of dishes. Whether you prefer a simple lemon dill preparation or something more elaborate, choosing wild Pacific cod or haddock over orange roughy isn't just a healthier choice for you. It's a conscious decision that supports healthy ocean ecosystems and ensures that future generations can also enjoy the bounty of the sea. It's about making smart, informed choices that align with your values and your long-term health goals. Well, we've covered quite a journey through the ocean's offerings, haven't we? We've learned that while seafood can be a cornerstone of a healthy diet, not all choices are created equal, especially as we navigate our senior years. Remember, we talked about stepping away from the high-mercury swordfish and king mackerel, and instead, embracing the incredible power of those tiny but mighty sardines and smaller wild mackerel, packed with pure omega-3s and vital nutrients. We also discovered why farmed Atlantic salmon, despite its popularity, might not be the best choice due to its farming practices and nutritional profile, urging us instead to reach for the pristine goodness of wild Alaskan salmon, a true gem of the sea. Then, we delved into the complexities of imported farmed shrimp, with its potential for contaminants and environmental concerns, guiding us towards the safer and more responsible options of wild-caught or certified sustainable farmed shrimp. And finally, we uncovered the hidden dangers of the long-lived orange roufie, pointing us toward the sustainable, low-mercury delights of wild Pacific cod and haddock. It might seem like a lot to remember, but honestly, it boils down to just a few simple principles. Think small, think wild, and think certified. Small, short-lived fish tend to be lower in mercury. Wild-caught fish from well-managed fisheries often offer a cleaner, more natural nutritional profile. And when you choose farmed seafood, look for those trusted certifications that ensure responsible practices. These aren't drastic overhauls to your life, but rather gentle nudges, small shifts in your weekly grocery shopping or restaurant orders that can collectively make an enormous difference to your energy levels, your cognitive sharpness, and your overall health. Imagine waking up feeling a bit more vibrant, your thoughts clearer, knowing you're fueling your body with the very best that nature has to offer. That feeling of empowerment, of taking control of your health through informed choices, is truly priceless. Remember, every meal is an opportunity to nourish yourself, to support your body's incredible ability to thrive. Don't be afraid to ask questions at the fish counter or to check labels when you're shopping. You are your own best advocate, and making these informed choices about your seafood can be one of the most powerful steps you take towards maintaining your vitality and independence for years to come. Your journey to optimal health is a continuous one, and every mindful choice adds up. We are truly living in an age where information is at our fingertips, allowing us to make smarter decisions for our well-being. What's your favorite way to enjoy healthy seafood? Or perhaps you have a question about a particular fish we didn't mention. I'd absolutely love to hear your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Your insights help us all learn and grow together. If you found this video helpful and want to continue making smart choices for your health, please consider giving it a thumbs up, sharing it with someone you care about, and subscribing to our channel. That way, you won't miss out on more valuable insights designed to help you live your best life. At every age,